So I seen he send over some really interesting research on this greenhouse feeding bioenhancer. And, they've been working with greenhouse feeding for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And they really love that whole bio line that they have. Apparently, this enhancer even won some kind of award.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we got to figure out, like, what makes this stuff so special. It's got to be more than just, like, regular fertilizer, right?
Right. It's like it's designed to create that perfect soil environment we're always trying to achieve, the kind that's teeming with beneficial life and full of nutrients.
Yeah, like all the good stuff.
Exactly.
And I seen he mentioned that this bioenhancer really focuses on thiamine. I think a lot of people don't even realize how important that is for plants.
Yeah, definitely. Most people probably just think of thiamine as a vitamin, for us.
Right.
But it's absolutely crucial for plant growth, too.
Interesting.
It helps with energy conversion, strong root systems, even helps them deal with stress.
Oh, so it's like giving them a little extra boost to handle anything that comes their way?
Exactly. Like if the conditions aren't ideal,
Right.
the thiamine can help them power through.
Okay, so this enhancer is making sure that the plants are getting all the thiamine they need. But, like, what's actually in this stuff? What's the recipe?
Well, it's a really cool blend of natural ingredients, and each one plays a specific role.
Okay.
So, for example, they use a specific type of seaweed extract.
Not just any seaweed.
Right, not just any seaweed. This one is packed with growth hormones, vitamins, minerals.
Wow.
It's like a superfood smoothie for your soil.
Okay, I like that analogy.
And on top of that, it acts as a food source for all those beneficial microbes.
Oh, so it's feeding the soil and the plants.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
That's awesome. What else is in there?
Let's see. There's humic acid, which is like a soil conditioner.
Okay.
It improves the soil structure, helps it retain water, and it makes nutrients more available to the plants.
So it's like prepping the soil to be the best it can be.
Exactly. It's all about creating that optimal growing environment.
This is all making sense now. But I'm guessing this all ties back to the thiamine somehow, right?
Absolutely. So 2 key players in this whole thiamine game are Trichoderma harzianum and Bacillus subtilis.
Now, those sound kind of complicated.
Well, Trichoderma is a beneficial fungus that actually forms a partnership with the plant roots.
Wait, hold on. A fungus that helps plants. I thought fungus was usually a bad thing.
Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
But this particular fungus, it's actually really cool.
Okay.
It forms this symbiotic relationship with the roots.
Okay.
So it basically acts like a shield, protecting the roots from harmful pathogens.
So it's like a little bodyguard.
Exactly.
But it does more than just protect. Right?
It also enhances nutrient uptake.
Wow.
And here's the kicker. It can even produce thiamine itself.
No way. So it's like a bodyguard that brings snacks.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Okay, so what about the Bacillus subtilis?
That's another fascinating one. It's a common soil bacterium.
Okay.
And it's a thiamine-producing powerhouse.
So they're both producing thiamine.
Yep. Both of them are contributing to those healthy thiamine levels.
Okay.
But Bacillus subtilis also helps plants access nutrients. It fights off harmful microbes, and it helps them deal with stressful situations.
Wow, so it's like a multi-talented microbe.
It really is. It's like the ultimate soil superhero.
Okay, so let me get this straight. We've got seaweed extract feeding the soil and the plants, humic acid making the soil structure better, a protector fungus boosting roots A and D making thiamine, and a bacterium that's like a thiamine factory. Yeah. This is sounding like a pretty complex system.
It is. It's a symphony of soil life.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. Greenhouse feeding bioenhancer isn't just about adding a dose of thiamine. It's about creating the perfect conditions for this whole ecosystem to thrive.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's not a quick fix. It's more like a long-term solution.
Exactly. It's about creating a sustainable system that supports healthy plant growth for the long haul.
Wow, this is already so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely ready to dive deeper into how it all works together.
Me too. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's break down how this greenhouse feeding bioenhancer actually works to boost those thiamine levels in the soil. Think of it like we're setting up the perfect environment for a microbial party.
A microbial party. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So remember that seaweed extract we talked about?
Yeah, the superfood smoothie.
Exactly. That's like the buffet for the microbes. It provides them with all the nutrients they need to thrive.
Okay, so that's the food.
And then the humic acid. That's like setting the mood,
Oh, I see, like creating the right atmosphere.
Exactly. It improves the soil structure, so it's nice and comfy for all those beneficial microbes to hang out.
So we've got the food,
Mm.
we've got the ambiance. What about the guests?
Ah, yes, the guests of honor, Trichoderma and Bacillus, they're the life of the party, producing even more thiamine as they flourish.
So the more microbes we have, the more thiamine gets produced.
Pretty much. It's a simple concept, but it's really effective.
And it's all natural too, which I love.
Exactly. We're working with nature's own processes here.
So it's not just about adding thiamine directly. It's about creating this self-sustaining cycle.
Right. And the humic acid plays a key role in that, too.
How so?
Well, it helps break down organic matter in the soil.
Oh, like composting.
Exactly. And as the microbes break down that organic matter, they release even more nutrients back into the soil.
Including thiamine.
You got it. It's like nature's own recycling system happening right there at the microscopic level.
That's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It really is. So we've got this constant supply of thiamine being produced and made available to the plants.
And it all starts with creating the right environment for those microbes to thrive.
Exactly. We're
Sure.
giving them the tools they need to do their thing.
Okay, so this is all starting to make a lot of sense to me now. We've got this awesome synergy happening between the ingredients and the soil's natural processes.
Oh,
Oh, and speaking of synergy, what about that seaweed extract and trichoderma combo we were talking about before? You know, the root-boosting duo?
oh yeah. That's a crucial part of the equation, too.
It seems like those strong roots would play a big role in all of this.
They definitely do. As those roots grow deeper and stronger, thanks to the seaweed extract and the trichoderma, they're able to access even more of that readily available thiamine and other essential nutrients.
So it's like this positive feedback loop.
Exactly. Everything is working together to create this more robust and resilient system.
It's fascinating how boosting one aspect of soil health can have such a ripple effect. Okay, so we've talked a lot about thiamine, but is that the only benefit here? I have a feeling there's more to this story.
You're absolutely right. Thiamine is a star player, for sure. But the benefits of this bioenhancer go way beyond just thiamine.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Well, think about it. We're creating this thriving, diverse soil ecosystem. And when your soil is healthy, guess what?
Your plants are healthier.
Exactly. It's all connected.
That makes sense. So besides the thiamine, what other benefits can we expect to see?
Well, for starters, you'll notice much more vigorous growth. Bigger plants, stronger stems, and of course, those robust root systems we talked about.
So we're talking about some serious plant power here.
Exactly. These plants are going to be thriving.
But it's not just about size, right?
Nope. There's also increased resilience.
Resilience.
So they're tougher.
Exactly. They can handle stress much better.
What kind of stress are we talking about?
All sorts of things.
Yes.
Drought, salty soil temperature swings, even things we might not think of as directly related to soil health. These plants can weather the storm much better.
It's like they have a built-in defense system.
That's a great way to put it.
That's really cool. You know, I seen you mention that they actually noticed a visible difference in their plants after using the enhancer for a while. Like things were just healthier and more vibrant overall.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all. It's a testament to how effective this approach can be.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And of course, all of these benefits lead to one of the most important outcomes for any grower.
What's that?
Better yields and higher quality crops.
Bingo. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about, right?
Exactly. So we're not just talking about bigger tomatoes. We're talking about tastier, more nutritious tomatoes because they're coming from a healthier plant.
That makes a lot of sense.
And there's also the added benefit of knowing you're supporting a more sustainable system. You're working with nature, not against it,
I like that.
to create a balanced and productive environment.
You know, this is starting to sound like more of a soil probiotic than a traditional fertilizer. Like we're not just adding nutrients, we're actually feeding and supporting the life within the soil.
I love that analogy. That's exactly what we're doing.
That's pretty cool.
It's about nurturing the soil's natural processes to create this balanced and sustainable ecosystem.
And the impact of that goes way beyond just the plants themselves, right?
Absolutely. Let's zoom out for a second and think about the bigger picture.
Okay, I'm ready.
What if this approach to soil health became the standard in agriculture?
Whoa, that's a big thought.
I know, right? But imagine farms focused on building vibrant soil ecosystems instead of relying solely on synthetic fertilizers.
That would be a huge shift.
It would, but think about the potential.
Yeah, it's like instead of giving plants this quick fix of nutrients, we're giving them the tools and the support they need to thrive in the long run.
Exactly. We're empowering them to reach their full potential.
And the implications of that are huge.
They are. We could be looking at a future with healthier, more nutrient-rich food, reduced dependence on chemical inputs, and a more sustainable and resilient food system overall.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible vision.
It is, and it all starts with healthy soil.
So it's not just about boosting yields, it's about creating a healthier and more sustainable future for agriculture.
Exactly. And that brings us back to this greenhouse feeding bioenhancer. And what makes it so special, it's not just about growing plants, it's about cultivating a healthier future for all of us.
I love that. Esini, thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the power of healthy soil.
It's been my pleasure.
And to our listeners, we'll leave you with this thought. What if this is the future of food? A future where we work with nature, not against it, to create truly sustainable and nourishing systems. It's definitely something to ponder as you enjoy those delicious homegrown tomatoes, bursting with flavor, thanks to a little help from some very talented microbes. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Let's do like a quick recap just to make sure I'm getting this whole picture,
Yeah, for sure. So we started with this idea of creating the ideal environment for plants to thrive. And what we've learned is that greenhouse feeding bioenhancer, it's not just about dumping nutrients in there. It's about creating a whole thriving ecosystem down there.
Yeah, like it's a whole world in the soil, and all these little microbes are working together to make the plants healthy.
Exactly. And thiamine is a super important part of that whole system. It's crucial for growth, stress resistance, and ultimately for better yields and higher quality.
And the bioenhancer helps boost those thiamine levels by basically, like you said, giving them a place to live and food to eat, those thiamine-producing microbes, right?
Right, and it doesn't stop there. The humic acid, remember that. It breaks down the organic matter, which makes even more nutrients available for the plants. And then we've got the seaweed extract and the trichoderma working together to encourage some really strong root growth so the plants can access all those nutrients even better.
It's kind of mind-blowing how it all works together.
It's like this perfectly choreographed dance.
It is, but it's also super cool that it's self-sustaining, right? Like once those microbes are established, they'll keep doing their thing season after season.
That's the beauty of it. You're not constantly having to add more stuff. You're just nurturing this natural system.
That's what makes it so sustainable.
Exactly.
This has really got me thinking. What if we thought about soil this way all the time? Not just in our gardens, but in agriculture on a larger scale.
That's a great point. Imagine farms that were focused on building these vibrant soil ecosystems instead of relying on all those synthetic fertilizers.
It's like we've been treating soil like it's just dirt, when it's really this crazy complex living system.
It is, and when we start to appreciate that, I think it opens up so many possibilities for how we grow food, in a way that's productive and sustainable.
Well, Isini, thanks again for sending us all this research. This deep dive has been seriously eye-opening.
My pleasure. It's great to talk about this stuff.
And to all you listeners out there, we hope this has got you thinking about the world beneath your feet too. Healthy soil is the foundation for healthy plants and healthy people. So next time you're out in your garden, take a minute to appreciate the amazing ecosystem that's working to keep your plants healthy and ultimately keep us all healthy.